Data. Data is worth more than oil, some experts say. But why is this? What is data? Anyone using the internet has an ICP. No, not the insane clown posse. An ideal customer profile. Companies use what this ICP is to figure out what a name is, age, email address, telephone number, location, and even employment history. But how do they get this? Well, there are two main methods. One of them is first-party collection, and that's when all of that information is collected on a company's website and they use it for themselves. They use it to advertise more effectively on their websites. The other type of collection is third-party collection, where when a company collects data like that, another company will come up to them and buy it, and then they can use that company's data to advertise more effectively on that company's websites. This can be through cookies, just general algorithms figuring it out. Many different ways are used to collect the ICP and all of the data within it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to create an entirely new Google account. As you can see, I'm naming it Titus Feed for no specific reason. Just a crazy fake name that I just came up with on the top of my head. After making the password and verifying my account, I was going through the terms of service here, and it actually does delve into data and how they use it. Now, a lot of people just comb right by this, and I admittedly do this as well, and I almost did it there, as you might have noticed. But here it talks about personalized ads and your ability to say no to them. You're in control, according to Google. The entire point of this experiment is to show off an example of using collected data in order to create a more personalized experience. As you can see now, I'm looking up Buffalo Bills, draft pants, weightlifting, weightlifters, just many different things that will kind of create the profile. Just by watching these videos, liking, commenting, just retention and continuing to watch these videos is letting YouTube as a whole know what I enjoy watching. Now, throughout this, you might be able to notice, if you have a keen eye, that every single time I go back to my homepage, it is having more and more of the videos that I'm clicking on. This seems like common knowledge to people who use YouTube and TikTok because many people know it as an algorithm. How the more you watch something, the more they can recognize that you're interested in it, and it's going to keep on recommending it to you in order for YouTube as a whole to get more watch time. As you can see, advertisements popping up in the top right there. Many different ways that YouTube makes money by keeping you entertained. This is essentially what companies are doing, except instead of recommending me the best NFL team, they're using my microphone to suggest bugles because they heard that I was hungry and that my ICP knows that I'm 27% likely to prefer corn chips over a healthy snack. Now you'd think that this was some super secret, never discussed topic, but no, this is everywhere. You can look it up. Most websites will actually tell you how they use your data. Most people, though, just click accept all cookies and don't realize how harmful that really is. Or worse, all of the full extent of the use of the data is buried beneath 7 pages of the terms of service, which no one will bother to read. Now, topics like this are delved deep into in the book Feed by MT Anderson, where an unregulated service of a constant stream of advertisements and pop culture and music and fashion trends are all being streamed directly into the consciousness of the main character. All of this data is then used to target directed advertisements at the main character. For instance, at the beginning of the book, they are all hacked in a big terrorist event, and immediately after they're hacked, they start getting ads for riot gear, turning their traumatic experience into a marketing opportunity. Later on in the book, the main character's girlfriend malfunctions, and as her condition worsens, the feed, which is the advertisements, picks up on his emotions and starts advertising products like extra sad jeans, showing how ads exploit personal feelings. And then finally, when the main character's friend is dying, the feed suggests websites and chat rooms about loss, reducing genuine grief to just another way to keep users engaged in consuming content. Luckily, as a society, we haven't reached that point quite yet, but we might as well have with the phones in our pockets. This book, however, is a very extreme representation, more of a warning of what could happen if this goes unrestricted. And luckily, we have been able to restrict this use of data in recent years. Most notably, Facebook was given a $725 million settlement in order to reprimand the stolen data and unlawful use of it for advertisements on Facebook, among other court cases. But with books like Feed by M.T. Anderson and shows like Black Mirror, we were able to kind of peel back the layer of what the world is dealing with by also utilizing comedy and satire to make it a little easier to digest and talk about and not feel as preachy. However, in today's world, advertisements aren't just about promoting products. They're about knowing us better than we know ourselves. Companies track our every click, search, and interaction, using that data to craft personalized ads that manipulate our emotions, choices, and even our sense of identity. As M.T. Anderson aptly put it in his blog, "When I was a teenager, I was irritated at the way companies tried to sell me things. I think this is true of a lot of teens. All around us, ads and TV shows and movies are showing us the images of the high life, playing on our desire to belong." This quote highlights how, at the core, advertisers prey on our natural instincts to fit in and desire more. But here's the thing. We can't let these ads control our lives. By understanding the power of stolen data and how it's used to shape our decisions, we regain the ability to think for ourselves. Taking steps like using privacy-focused search engines, limiting app permissions, using a VPN, and opting out of targeted ads can help protect your data and keep companies from profiting off of your personal information. The more aware we are of this manipulation, the less we'll fall victim to it, and the more we can reclaim our autonomy in an increasingly data-driven world. Thank you very much for watching my video essay. Good night.